the world feels massive to me. I don't travel much, but I'm painfully aware of how many blind spots, cracks, and dark corners exist out there. I can't help but think what might be hiding in them: evil clowns, ghosts, skinwalkers. We already have real-life serial killers. There are monsters among us, no doubt. But the supernatural, that's different. It's more personal. I've never really been a skeptic. I was raised to keep an open mind about people, the world, and everything in between. Still, I'd never been in a situation that made me confront those beliefs. The supernatural was always just a bit of fun to me. But what happened to me wasn't fun. I'm 28 years old. I had a good job for a couple of years. Boring, no passion involved, but the money was nice. I had a beautiful fiancée too. Her name is Michelle. This journey of life is a funny thing. It has a strange way of not spoiling you. Like too many good things were happening, and there was an imbalance in the universe that needed to be corrected. 3 years ago, Michelle was driving home from work. She had complained about her car making odd noises for a couple of weeks, and she kept insisting she'd get it fixed, eventually. Well, this night her wheel came off her car as she was doing 120 on the motorway. She lost control, and she lost her life. No one to blame except myself. If I had pushed her a bit more, maybe she would have gotten it fixed and we'd be married by now. Maybe we'd have kids. Such a simple thing. That's not how things went. I've since learned there's nothing much to gain from thinking like that. Regardless of the sliver of pathetic comfort that fantasy brings to me, she's gone. I have to accept that. After she died, I was a wreck. Still am, as you can imagine. My job didn't last long after she passed. We were together for 9 years. I feel like a part of me died with her. 2 of us buried together 6 feet under the earth. I feel like I've already decayed, just waiting to die so I can see her again. The thought of it makes me smile sometimes. I live with my mother now. She's been amazing. I don't see her much though. As a retired woman, she travels a lot with my stepdad. I think they're in Italy right now. I sleep in a tiny box room on the 2nd floor. Just enough room for a single bed and a small locker for some clothes. My bed is pushed up against the radiator. Just above that, the window. During the summer, this room gets very hot, so I usually sleep with the window open but the curtain drawn to keep out the bugs. Been doing this for the past 3 years. Just over a week ago, I'm not 100% sure this is connected to what's happening, but it feels important. I was lying on my bed, room nice and cool, bathing in the cold light from my phone, listening to music. Outside my window is my front garden. 20 feet from my window is the road. Across from that, a row of houses the same as mine. The road is warm with orange streetlights. This night, I heard a sound. It confused me. It was the sound of a car. Something about this car sounded wrong, like it was dying. A deep mechanical groan. I looked out the window, but there was no vehicle in sight. I shrugged and passed it off as a neighbor just driving by. Then I heard it again, and again, and again. I tried to catch a peek every time, but every time I looked it was just my plain old empty street. No car. I felt confused for a moment before an onslaught of grief washed over me. I couldn't get her face out of my head. Not her beautiful face. Her face from the morgue. Broken, almost unrecognizable. Michelle lost both her parents and her little brother in a car crash when she was 17. This is the tragedy that had come back to claim her, the one that got away. I had to identify her body. Her jaw smashed open, her eyes absent. My beautiful girl, twisted and deformed. That's not how I wanted to remember her. My room is covered by her pictures. Her eyes follow me. She watches me sleep. Following the strange sounds of a damaged car that didn't seem to exist, I kept having these horrible dreams. The kind of dream where you are simply convinced, this is real life, this is how I live, doing mundane things only to look down and see that both my arms have been cut open from wrist to elbow. A dream where I'm doing a weekly shop only to look down and see the shop tiles falling from under my feet as I sway left to right from the rope around my neck. Dreams of falling, burning, drowning, dying. This went on for a week. I never thought about killing myself until she died. I was that kind of asshole to see someone as weak for ending it. I now find myself considering it on a weekly basis. After a week of miserable sleep, I sat at the dinner table for 2 hours just thinking about her, about our life together, about what could be different. God, I miss her. I decided that I can't keep living like this. I love her, I always will. Maybe it'll never get easier and maybe I'm not supposed to move on, but there was happiness I thought I could find. Moments of joy in between the decades of despair that wait for me. I was wrong. After I got into bed, window open, I heard someone walk past my window. It was around 2 a.m. Saturday night. Drunk people coming home? I hear voices, people talking, laughing. I've heard these sounds 1,000 times. This time, the footsteps sounded odd, like they walked in a hop, like a child hopping down the street. Then nothing, like it stopped right outside my house. My mind caught this before I did. Like it was so used to the regular sounds of passers-by, and this one just stood out. I paused my phone to listen. I was sure it was right outside. I was sure I could hear something. A voice, a whisper. Nothing I could distinguish. I sat there for about 30 minutes, just listening. I almost jumped out of my bed when I heard a woman's voice, loud as hell, coming from down the street. Her voice broke the silence like a shotgun in a church. It was my neighbor laughing with her boyfriend as they stumbled home from the pub. I just laughed, called myself an idiot and lay down and fell asleep. Just as I did, I swear I heard someone jump into a full sprint. Steps wide and heavy. More drunks, I figured. The next day, I had almost forgotten about the hopping sound until I decided to go for a walk. Out my front door, through my garden and around the wall. I felt something. A smell. Something familiar. I could have sworn it was Michelle's perfume, but honestly, I don't know. That's just what my mind told me. Later that night, same as every night, in bed, bathed in the loathsome glow of Reddit or some other shitty website, I heard it again. This time it was around 1 a.m. Hopping up the street. The sound of shoes crunching on concrete. A strange wet sound accompanying each odd step. And again, just like last time, it stopped outside my window. I closed my phone and just listened. I don't know why, but to be honest, something about this creeped me out. I was almost afraid to look. I fought back against this oppressive fear and reached for the curtain. Just as I was about to pull it open, a voice. "Hey, I know you're there." It was a woman's voice. Loud, but a whisper. Soft yet jarring. The voice sounded like it was coming from out there and inside my head at the same time. It made my skin tighten. It scared the shit out of me. I said nothing, telling myself to relax, rationalizing the situation. It was definitely just a neighbor talking to someone. I let out a low-effort laugh at myself and lay back down, closed my eyes. Then it spoke again. "Paul, I know you're there. My face and body tensed at the sound of my own name. I need to come inside. Open the curtain. Paul, please, let me inside. Paul, please. I just need to see you. Open the curtain. Paul, please, it's me. I need to come inside. Open the curtain, I just need to see you. Paul. I love you. Let me in. Paul, please. It was her. I know it's impossible. Michelle is dead. I identified her body. I was at her funeral. I knew she was dead. Yet she spoke. I never answered her. I just cried. She spoke for hours, just repeating herself. The love of my life. Mangled, buried and dead. Calling to me from the night right outside my bedroom window. I wished I had the courage to look. What would I see? Some kids playing a sick joke on me? Some kind of monster using her voice? My beautiful wife-to-be. I just lay there, scared and crying, until the sun came up and with it the voice drifted away, like she was a radio losing signal. It took me hours to finally sit up and get out of bed. I didn't look out the window. Every pane of glass injected fear into my veins. Peripheral beings danced at the corners of my eyes. Paranoia. I closed every curtain on every window of the house. It stayed that way for days. The next night, I was terrified. I thought maybe if I sleep early, I'll just sleep through it and it will be like it never happened. So that's what I did, or should I say tried to do. I don't know what woke me, maybe another horrible nightmare? I couldn't remember. I jumped up in a cold sweat. I could immediately smell her perfume. There was no doubt now, that's what I was smelling. I could hear her, outside my window, whispering loudly. It took a moment for the sounds to involve words. Paul, I need to come in. It's me. Open the curtain, Paul. Paul, please, it's me. I love you. Let me in. I love you. I love you. Let me come in, please. I felt my room shrink, closing in around like a claustrophobic nightmare. Each word hit me like the shock of a taser, each breath burning my skin. I couldn't take it anymore. Go away. I screamed in a tearful yell. Paul, you have to let me in, so we can be together. Paul, it's me, please. Don't leave me out here. We can be together. My rage beginning to match my fear. You're not Michelle, fuck off. Just open the curtain, you'll see. It's me, Paul. I love you. That night, I didn't sleep. I couldn't. I sat on my bed with my back against the wall, watching the curtain as it fluttered gently in the breeze. And she whispered. 4 hours. It wasn't begging anymore. It was softer now, confident, almost soothing, like she knew I was listening. I know you want to see me, Paul. I know you're tired. I can make the pain stop. I miss you. Please, Paul, let me come in. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I didn't cry. I just listened. And then she said something I'll never forget. She said, "You're already halfway gone. You just need a little push." And I swear to God, I heard a smile in her voice when she said it. Then her laugh. Her beautiful laugh. The next day, a neighbor called over to check on me. He obviously saw the curtains drawn for a few days and grew concerned. I know I looked insane. I hadn't really slept in days. The dreams were too much. I told him I was okay, but I know he didn't believe me. I didn't care. I kept the window closed that night. No more breeze. No more sound. No more Michelle. But still she came. Muffled through the window, I could hear her. That was 2 nights ago. And she hasn't stopped. I hear her all the time now. I haven't left my room. Haven't eaten, haven't slept in so long. I can smell her perfume right now. She told me I've already done enough suffering. She says I deserve peace. She says she can give it to me. She says all I have to do is join her. That this world has nothing left for me anyway. She's right, I know she is. I don't want sympathy. I'm just writing this so there's a record. Something someone can read and maybe understand. Or maybe not. I'm so tired. She says it'll only take a second. I just want to see her smile again. She knocked on my window this time. She's outside again, but tonight, I'm not scared. Tonight, I open the curtain. She's there. Standing on the road beneath the glow of the streetlight. Her eyes are full. Her hair is falling across her face like it used to, and she's wearing the gray hoodie she stole from me the day we moved in together. She looks alive. Warm. Real. Not broken. Not dead. Not buried. She smiles at me, her eyes grow wider, and she says, "There you are." And I unlock the window. I let her in.